Gentlemen, how we doing? Ranking US CPI year over year actual 3.1%. Don't we don't have anything else. We just had we just had CPI. The year. You see that? We got a reaction off of that before the news event. I was long there. This all happened in a split second. Look at this is a 30-second chart. The candle is the same. Go down to a 5-second. Same thing. It was like instant. Cracks, what's going on? I think I'm going to try something different today with this account up here, the one that we've been manual trading. I'm going to so we have these two guys running down here as usual, but I'm going to run I created a new instance of number 2, and I'm going to run it up here with like wide take profits and a wide stop loss. But then I'm going to, based on how I'm reading the market, either cancel it right after it gets in or take profits at different spots. I was thinking about that yesterday. I want to try it. I don't want to try it on the account that it's been trading because I want to leave all those settings alone. I don't want to mess with it. I want to just keep letting it do its thing. But we'll let it do the entries. It will still, oh my God, it will still automatically exit based on stuff. But I'm going to micromanage it. Yeah, it's for Ratbot 2. So I'm going to let it enter just with a really wide, like 30-point stop, 30-point take profit. And then if I think it's going to keep going, we can hold, or I can exit and sit. Like this one down here is always exiting in the profit for 8 points. So I just want to see if I can maybe squeeze out a little more than what it's doing. I'm just curious because the moves that it gets in, a lot of it's like usually the beginning of a big move. But there's times like yesterday where we just chop back and forth, so it's never, aiming for 8 points was just something I did a little bit of back testing on and decided, most likely I can at least get 8 points even if we don't keep running. But I'm just curious if I manage it, maybe I can squeeze out a little more points. I don't know. Or maybe it goes like 16 points, but then it gets its signal to get out, so it will exit a little bit later instead of too early. We'll just try it. What do we've got to lose? I'm also wondering if adding a variable for people to, like, when they run it, like, so obviously market's very heavy today. We got all this. So I wonder if it would be worthwhile to add a variable that you can say only look for short, or only take shorts today, or only take longs today. That way, if someone was expecting a downtrend, they can prevent the bot from taking any longs. That's more people who want more control would be interested in that. There's obviously people who just want me to tell them what to do and have free money, basically. Yeah. I think I make 3 options. One, first option, let the bot do whatever it wants, or you could restrict it to only longs or only shorts. That goes for this one too, I would assume. I can't really back test that to know which one would be better, obviously, because each day you just got to do your own. It would be up to the person running it to decide. right? I hate it. It's always I get into my position and then that bot down there is like, no, I want the reverse. I have this one running on minis again. Just one, just one, right? I didn't change it. Ah, frick, I can't open the settings. We'll see what happens. Oh, no 5 minis. Although this one usually takes a trade right at open, and that first trades has been a winner quite often. So maybe that's the play. Just trade 5 minis, one trade a day, the very first trade at open. I mean, if we stopped after that trade yesterday, that would have been a nice day. Instead, we kept going and it gave a lot of it back. I know this one's trading on Heikin-Ashi, but I don't want to watch those. I'm just going to watch regular candles. Usually after we have news events like this, we expect some ICT setup to indicate we're going to go back up into all of this. So I know this is very heavy and we've just been going down, but I can't help but think we go back up somewhat. We're over 200 points away from where we were an hour ago. On the 15-minute. Oh, this is going to be a crazy day. I'm just going to keep my mouse on flatten, and if it gets into something, we kill it when we want. I don't think killing it will mess up anything in the code. I don't know if I'm going to do this for the whole session, but well, like I said, we'll just try it and see how it feels. All right, I thought we were going to get movement. So this one's still on the 8 points, but this one's going to be like I said, wider, and then I'll kill it if I need to. It will also exit. That's not changed. The only thing that's changed is a take profit. I don't mind a long here. I could see us going up over to like 50-ish. Potentially back up to here. All right. Appreciate it, Joseph. You too. Or do you do any manual trades at all, or you guys just have your stuff running and that's it? Bubba, what's up? All right, we have some more people here. So what I'm doing is running this bot on this account up here as well, but just with a wider take profit, and then I'm planning on managing the trade if I need to. If I want to get out, for 8 points of profit, I can, like this one, or I can get out for 10 points or hold it for more. I just want to see how that works, and I didn't want to adjust the one that's been running. So I want this one to keep doing what it's been doing all week last week, and then just try it on this account. So there's that high. Let's see if we can go up after that one. This stop is I just put 30 points in either direction. I'm just going to take that. So that did work a little better. We got, like, this one got out for 8 points. That's what it's set at. And we were able to squeeze out 33 to 50. So that's 17. Good morning. Good morning. There's a chance that these will get out of sync with their entries, because if I'm holding on to trades longer or shorter than this one, it's then a butterfly effect where it just changes the course of it for the whole rest of the day. Part of this guy's entries are candles like this on the Heikin-Ashi with no wick on the bottom or top. So probably could just hold it until you see one that doesn't meet that requirement. But I'm satisfied with that. Never tried this before, so we're just doing some live testing right now. See if The high 60s is up next at this high. Oh, it's too far. All these highs. I'm going to change this to a 1 minute. I don't really use the 15 minute that often. I just had it up there just for the hell of it. But we got equal highs on the 1 minute. That's this right here on the 30-second. I'm pretty sure that since this longed, it's going to wait for a short or before it even looks for another trade. Like it won't long again unless there's like a pullback. Got a 1 minute fair value gap here. This move, breaking this swing, breaking this swing. I know we've only taken one trade with this, but it's kind of nice not constantly trying to look for an entry. Just let it take the entry. I just don't know if this is going to be profitable in the long run. I don't want to switch this to minis. Probably going to get a short here soon. I'm going to kill this one early because of this gap. Could come down, obviously, but if it does, that's good. This one takes its winning trade, but I don't like that gap there. It could easily support this and we keep going higher. One contract. That's why I got out of that on this account. Like, yeah, it worked. The 8 points, we got it, but I think if I'm going to manage these trades, I should not let it stay in something I don't like. Not 100% sure this one is, it says it's running, but I've never, or wait, I stopped it yesterday and switched to minis. So yeah, it should be fine. When I back test with Quantower, like when I'm, starting sessions and stopping them and starting them and updating code and recompiling, and sometimes it messes up. So I wasn't sure if it was ever going to do that live or not. Come on, we got to go after those highs up there. Clovin, what's up? Did you take any trades during that move? Come on. You guys remember when Nasdaq used to actually move? Those were the good times. Now it just chops. It's 18 minutes after open, and it's not doing anything. We used to get huge moves in the first like 30 minutes. I know today we had CPI, so we just had a massive move right beforehand, but it's been doing this pretty often. If we get up into this area, I'm just probably, if we come up here and take out these highs, just watch how it behaves and try to exit somewhere up there if we get up there. Oh, thanks, Snoozy. I didn't know he was in charge of Nasdaq. It's worth a try, right? So that exited obviously before the stops, because of the candles, and I'm assuming the SAR. Lido. You haven't missed anything yet, except for 8:30, but nothing's going on down here. This gap is still at play. I'm not a fan of a short here, but obviously we could get some points squeezed out of it. I don't like all these wicks on the minute. I don't like any of this price action. Don't like any of this price action. I'm going to exit that one. I'll let this, like I said, I'll let this one do whatever it wants to do. See, this is what I was talking about because I exited that one. Now that one's going to be not in sync with this one down here. So we might start getting different trades, obviously. But maybe that's going to be a good thing. Just take it. It's like 14 points, 14, 15 points. Now that one got in. 90. Could still be reaching up there. Or 94. Yeah. Got a swing high at 94 on the 1 minute. Hey, come here. Come here. McLovin, I have no freaking idea. I just don't know. I'm not in the most positive mood today with the markets. I think I was using 21 and 200. This price action lately is just, it's killing me. And I don't know. I also made a bad decision this morning. We could talk about it later if you stick around. Right now, I'm just waiting for these bots to take trades, and I'll take them in or out, or manage them on this one. Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to start the stream by talking about it, but well, my plan was this morning was to get on after 8:30. Because usually we have the news, and then we usually have a setup down here, and then we start retracing it. Like that typically happens. Obviously, we can see it didn't happen, so I probably would have had red trades regardless. But I got on, and there's a 5-minute gap right here. We came down, hit it, started moving up. A few minutes before CPI. Okay. Look at, I mean, this is all, maybe they're going to use the news event to drive this up here. So I was in a long right there. And then this happened. I didn't even get the opportunity to get out for 30 points because it happened so fast. I pulled up a 5-second chart. This bar is the same thing on like the 5-second chart. It was just instant. That was on our TopStep account. So you care to share what happened with you? I'm just not sure that this is going to go higher now that I put this SMA on here. I mean, I don't normally watch it. I don't normally have SMA on here. What does it mean when SMA is going down and EMA is going up? Got another 1 minute gap here. I see where you're going with this. It's happened to me. Oh my God. Yeah. how many, how many, how many trades were you in? Oh man. Nice. Like how this market has been moving makes like I really want to just take a break for like a month or two. Like no trading at all. Uh Problem is I'm trying to build this YouTube channel up too. And if I did that, that'd make me take a lot of steps backwards. I might stop taking manual trades. I don't know. I can't. This is just this makes me so angry how this market moves lately. Take this time to focus on improving bots. Maybe. But look at this. It's 10 o'clock and it just doesn't want to do anything. I don't know about that. Got a 1 minute fair value gap. All this displacement on a 30-second. We also have, lows right here. I scaled up to minis on these accounts because last week's performance was so good. So I'm like, okay, well, if we get another week of really good performance like that, we'll run through these accounts like nothing. There's plenty of lows on the 4-hour. It's just a matter of, does the market want to go do that? Maybe I should wait to turn these on until, lately we've been just getting chopped the first 30, 45 minutes to an hour. Maybe I just wait and see what it's doing and then decide to turn it on. I don't know. Can't wait for Donkey Puncher's comment later. He always shows up on days like this. But it sucks. This account, we're probably not going to have this account after today. I kept saying it was Zendy. Never saw them in the same place at the same time. All right. I like this long. Yeah, this means something, right? EMA crossed over SMA. We've got displacement. We've got repricing in the displacement. We've got a wick in there. Yeah, maybe it's you. You've always been so positive. This whole year I've been on here. McLovin, you're so positive with me. So maybe you have this alter ego that you just get on and roast everyone that you're positive with. This account's probably about to be toast. Have you seen his comments on other? I know you watch other streamers and stuff. Have you seen his comments on other? What is going? Oh yeah, that one. Oh, GG's boys. This one we just had too much up and down with, so I think that unrealized caught up with us. Plus, obviously, starting to trade minis was not the best thing. But like I said, I I I think trading larger size with a cheap account with bots, I feel like you could run through an eval and get a payout quickly with a bot if you are on a winning streak. Had we done it, I think like had we done it last week, it would have worked. Obviously, it's too late for that now. We started this week when we've got all this crap going on. I also think we can improve this. What am I writing there? I don't understand why like don't most people like if we're above like the moving averages and stuff, like if you're above then you want to be longing and then if you're under you want to be shorting. But in my mind, wouldn't you want to be doing the opposite because you're like that's the average. So if you're above the average, you would expect we're going to have some sort of pullback eventually to keep that average down there, right? So for far like say you were using this SMA, like we're way down here. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. It's like if the average is up here, we need to go back to that. Or like it needs to meet eventually. That this is this is so frustrating. What the hell is this? And like, there's nothing, you can't do anything to change what the candles are doing. Fix it, Alito. Do something about it. I can't handle this type of movement. It doesn't. It's not. It doesn't want to do anything. So we're just not. We're just going to keep getting chopped up. That means every 4,000 orders and it prints a bar, right? Or every 4,000 trades. Seven. I mean, one or two more losses on this, we'll be down to one. Yeah, get me some. Oh my god. I don't like that it shorted that. I never signed up. Never signed up for it, so wasn't eligible. I need Apex to come through and oh, they're still 80% off. I thought I missed the 80%. We need those we need that 90% off. That short's working. Uh, I just need to do the opposite of what I think the market's going to do because that's all it's wanting. That's all it's doing. I mean, look at the 5 minute. Oh, while we're looking at the 5 minute, that trade yesterday that I left on, that didn't work out either. Which I think that was like the first losing trade on that account in the last I don't know, 6 days. So it has been doing pretty good. Yeah. That was 2.9. Oh yeah, they're taking everyone's money. 212. Where am I? It took trades yesterday. Where are they at? Oh. Oh yeah. We had trades in this gap right here on the 5-minute. So that move down just freaking took us out. It's okay though. That this bot over here, it places trades in a 5-minute gap, and then when a new gap forms, it moves them up in between 10 and 11. And I was saying yesterday why I wasn't sure why didn't it move those trades up into this gap? Because this gap was at 1050. I figured out I don't need to change anything. Like the code is doing what it's supposed to do, but this, I don't know if you guys can see that, but this candle at the bottom, I thought that was when that candle, that's the time when that candle closed was 10. No, that's the time when it opened, right? 1020. Yeah. Oh, here's a decent trade. I'm just going to take that. It's like 370 or something. Give us a little more breathing room. This candle opened at 1055, and when this candle closed, it was 11, and at 11 is when the bot stops doing that. So even though the fair value gap formed between the hours, at 11 it stops moving orders. So I mean, that's what it's always done in the back testing. This was just a weird like edge case where, had it been running for 5 more minutes, it would have moved these 3 orders up into this fair value gap, and then these all hit, and it would have had a winning day. But then there could be a time where that forms at 11:05, and I missed that one. So it's just the way it is. I don't know if anybody was keeping up with that. Yes, we're using the bots. Are kind of sucking today. So I did have a funded account on TopStep. I took a manual trade before CPI. I kind of also took extra trades yesterday afternoon because I'm just kind of this price action lately is really getting to me, if you can't tell, and it's very frustrating, and I'm having a very difficult time. Yeah, I was just I accept that happened, Joseph. Just in the moment, I thought that there may have been a bug in the code, because I was like, wait, that fair value got formed between the time window I have this running, and like the third candle of that setup said 1055. I didn't realize, I thought that was 1055 close time for the candle, but that was when the candle opened. So that means the next time the code is hit, it gets hit every time a candle closes. So the next time it runs through and checks, it was already 11, which means we were done doing that. So that's why I didn't move those orders up, which is perfectly fine. I just want to make sure that there was no bugs in the code. Yeah, I'm just really over. Like I said, I would really like to just take a break from trading while the markets are going to keep doing this. Or I need to try to be more aware of this chop and stay out. Like don't even let the bots trade either. I do think this one needs something else. I just don't know what. And it's this one I'm fine with what it takes, because it's not looking for. I mean, this one's a pretty big move, but the take profits and the stops are perfect for the size or for the setups that are there. This one though just gets chopped up when we're going sideways. And this bot down here, this was a candle right here. When this candle closed, that's when it entered up here. And it usually gets in on these huge moves. The problem is that happens a lot when we're chopping. So it's just going to keep taking losing trades. So I need to figure out how to extend the profit goal on these moves and stay out of the market when this is happening. Can I potentially use fair value gaps along with that? You know how my 515 strategy is when there's a bullish fair value gap on the 5-minute, look for bullish fair value gaps on the 1-minute, look for bullish and longs on the 5-second. I wonder if I could do something like that in conjunction with this spot. So we've got these 3 candles with the fair value gap. So then when we're in this range, only look for bullish setups on this guy. So it would have prevented this short. It would have prevented that short. It would have taken this long. So that would have been a losing trade. But then it would have taken this one. But then I got to, and then maybe just doing that with managing it manually so I can try to hold on a little longer. Or just hold it. Don't put like a crazy take profit. Not super crazy, but like 50 points. And then exit if you get a short signal. And I don't know, there's so many variables. I like incorporating the fair value gaps though. Are there any others that would have prevented? I haven't seen anything that's reliable enough with the moving averages. This one just moved its orders up. Anyone catch this? I thought you look at the 1 minute. What did you not like something with this one? Maybe you didn't trust it. I mean, it's hard to trust when we're freaking going sideways. And another thing is this fair value gap didn't come off of sweeping any lows or anything, you know. Here we are. Oh, I thought that one was, it's only 10:30. I forgot we were still trading. A lot of these big moves on Heikin-Ashi, it's all the same color. So you just get in and then don't exit until candle flips, right? Along with only entering if you're in a fair value gap, a bullish fair value gap for longs and bearish for shorts. I don't know what to do though, because we have a bearish one here. I think I just have. Yeah, but how do you know when we're breaking the range? I'm trying to think in terms of code. How is the code gonna know? I think I'm gonna build it. I think I'm gonna update this one. Require. There can be times where the range for a bearish overlaps a bullish, but then I can take shorts or longs that form in there. So like there's a bearish and then we also have a bullish here. So kind of like those diagrams with the circles. So if we're in this one, we can look for longs or shorts. And then if we're outside of this, I almost said triangle. If we're outside of this, the hell is that? That's a rectangle. If we're outside of that rectangle, but inside of this rectangle, then we can only look for longs. Probably would have shorted there, but then we had a candle in the reverse direction, so it would have exited. Then it got into a long here, and then hold that long until you see a red candle. I just think the chop is too much for bots. I got to figure out how to just stay out of it. Is there just a chop indicator that just says, yes, we're chopping, no, we're not? We got to build that. It's really just a matter of looking at some of those moving averages, right? And looking at the slopes of them and if they're relatively flat or going sideways. That's what's up. Did you have a good day today? Um, it's not going very well over here. We got to figure out how to recognize chop automatically. Damn. It's pretty good. I might be like negative 7R right now. I mean, we could just run all the way back up to the highs at this point. That's not too bad, right? I'm going to stop the bot so it doesn't exit this. I think it's in a decent spot to keep going. Well, if you look at the markets, you know, they usually go up, so it makes sense to if you want to go with trend as your friend, the long-term trend of the last 100 years, we should only look for longs then, right? Yeah, that makes sense. I was just me and Cracks were just talking about that this morning about adding to the bots an option to tell it to only take longs or only take shorts for the day. That way, if somebody was expecting more downward motion moves, you can tell it to only look for shorts, and I could tell it to only look for longs. Yeah, that I mentioned it earlier when I thought of that. I said, then I can't back test that. That's just something, it would then be a semi automated strategy. Yeah. I mean, so far, I do kind of like this, letting the bot decide when to get in and then I can decide when to get out. I think there's room for all different sorts of stuff like that. I could also run back test of only take longs and then only take shorts and then compare the two. We might actually get to see this one get into something. These are just ideas. Just you can't figure out. We just gotta try stuff, see what works, see what doesn't. I think this is still looking good. We were in a long down here. Uh, could have had 100 points off of that. But I didn't know we were gonna break out of that. We were just gonna do the same thing where we just go up and then chop and slowly come back down. Of course, as soon as I say this is still looking good, the market's gonna do a pullback like it's never pulled back before. Let's at least make sure we don't lose any more on this. Well, we had like 35 points up here, almost 40. But the fact we took so many losses, obviously I wanted to hold way up here. Let's see if Ratbot 1 can give us some hope today. It's in all three of its entries now. It's just looking for the highs that we just created. Which the theory is to just get something off of the most recent fair value gap that forms. We could roll over here, but a lot of times you get some type of reaction, and that's why I'm just targeting back to the high of those three candles. You can do it. Even if that one, even if this setup works and we take a winning trade with that, I mean, today still pretty much sucked. Screwed up on our TopStep account earlier, which I always say I don't need to be trading outside of my normal hours. And then, I mean, bot number 2 did what it's supposed to do. Just sucks that the market's been so choppy lately. And then I did like trying to hold some of those a little longer. Like I said, maybe doing that, it will help me see stuff that we can try to improve it, the fully automated. But again, market was just so choppy. Like we took too many losing trades to start. I need I need to figure out a way to stay out of the chop. Bot number 1 I can turn on every day because it stays out of the chop because it waits for a fair value gap. Of course, the fair value gap can form in chop, but on the 5-minute, usually if we form one, then we're not in chop anymore. Maybe that's a requirement. Don't trade unless we create a fair value gap on the 5-minute. As soon as a fair value gap is formed, then we can trade over here. That might actually work. This was technically one. So as soon as this candle closes, then we can trade over here at 7:06 at 10:30, 10:25. And then so basically it would have, I mean, this is just today. Yeah, I need to test it. Plus, it's just one day. That may result in more red days. That's what's hard about. It's hard developing strategies for bots because I can only look at so many days. What was that? Oh, this one's still running and it's trying to trade. Or no. Yeah. Ratbot 2. So this would have waited until, or like I was saying, I can only look at, the most recent days, but doesn't mean anything for the market a month ago or tomorrow. 1025 we would have for sure longed. Probably would have shorted that though, which didn't work. Then another long. No, reverse long. Yeah, I don't know. Could try it. So remove the time or keep the time window, but I have to have a fair value gap form first in that time window. Then I can start looking for trades. I think we can see that this is not going to work out. God, what a freaking day. Where did this go to? All right, you guys want to see the numbers that we put up today? We've got some big numbers. I'm going to test that at least for this most recent, like I've said in my other videos about the bots, like it's I think I'm doing myself a disservice by testing too far back, because we all know the markets are way different just right now versus 4 months ago. There's no point in me trying to get something that works 4 months ago when now we open and we chop for an hour every day and then we move. So I'm going to add the requirement to this one that requires a 5-minute fair value gap to form first, and then it can start doing what it wants to do. Real quick, the numbers. Let's not spend too much time on this. Let's not dwell on it. This one's gone. Minus 1700. This one minus 13, and that one minus 480. This is why we are on prop accounts. We are testing these bots. I still stand by my theories and ideas with them that I believe running them a little aggressive with cheap accounts, I need to prove I can do it. I think in theory it should work, but they should be able to catch a winning streak and pass and get a payout. Before I charge people for them? Is that what you mean? I feel like a year is still. I mean, I notice a huge change in how the market is trading. I know a year helps to give you Kenny, because I'm not forcing anyone to buy them. I'm being open about them, and they do what they're supposed to do, and I'm not promising that they're profitable. So I know that's a hard sale, but I'm not promising anybody is going to make money with them. I'm very open that I believe that that this one, especially this one, can be improved. So it's more for people who just want to support that idea and project and potentially give me their input instead of me trying to back test 1,000 different things. So that's how. But obviously, if there's anyone out there who thinks like doesn't want to support that, and don't support it. It's not a big deal. I feel like it's a pretty low price. But maybe we will do discounts in the future. For now, I'm just going to leave it where it's at. I don't think that's too much. I don't think that's. I mean, people spend hundreds of dollars a month on prop accounts that they're blowing and not pulling any money out. You can get both of them for $75 each. It's close to 50. We'll blame it on inflation. From what I've heard, there's other people out there selling bots that say they're profitable, and they are 10 times the price of what I'm asking, and they're not profitable. So this is still early stages. I believe I have something here. I believe we can make them profitable. And actually, I know I'm not guaranteeing you're going to make money, but I have back tested this one and it was profitable over the last several years. It's just it does go into drawdown, but I don't know if I can prevent that drawdown. You just got to trade smaller size. Yeah, so it works, Kenny. When you buy them, they'll work for a month, and then if you don't want to use them anymore, well, you won't be able to use them anymore. But you don't have to buy them again. So you can try it out for a month. My theory is that these work for a period of time, and then they'll start to do bad, just depending on the market. I don't know when that is, but if I can catch a good move or a good period of time where they're doing well, pull money out of the market, and then scale down when they're not performing well. I'm currently doing the opposite. This week they're not performing well and I scaled up. Whereas last week I scaled down and they were performing very well last week. But how the hell am I supposed to know that that was going to happen? It's a gamble, it's a risk, and that's trading. I did like doing the semi-automated way because now I could see we're in chop. I can get out when I don't like the trade it took. I was able to hold onto this one longer, but I don't. Obviously, we could have held a lot longer, but I want to try to automate it. Yeah, I'm not a salesman, so, and I'm not going to lie to you guys. So if that means I sell less of them, so be it. Oh, what I was going to do was look at that. Yes, that pops out. Wanted to see if we can look back a couple days and see the chop, and then when I want to see the first 5-minute fair value gap each day. So yesterday we opened, we're chopping. Look, no fair value gaps. As soon as we get one right here, then we can start taking trades. That's not till 11. I don't know if that bot would have, I don't know if bot number 2 would have done well in here because I don't run it past 11. $9.30. Wouldn't have started taking trades until, again, after 10. I don't remember if it did well here or not. Market open, chopping, fair value gap. Now we can start taking trades at almost 11. But then look, then we just go right back into chopping. Chopped in the morning this day. It seems like a trend lately anyways. We just open up and don't do anything for at least 30 minutes. Then of course on 2-6 we actually did move. But we opened up with a 5-minute fair value gap, so then we could have started trading right away. So maybe that paired with a daily loss limit setting will just prevent it from doing too bad. Limit the losses, and then the days where it's doing well, because the P&L graph from the test sessions that I've done recently, it's like there's some days where it's just killing it. So obviously I want to let it run on those days. We'll see. Like I said, it's a project. It's a work in progress that theoretically should keep improving as I put time and energy into it. I'm going to add that though, and then do a couple days of back tests and see what the results are. And then if it looks good, we'll run that tomorrow like that. I got to be careful of not changing it too often, because then I'm not giving it a chance over time. All right. You guys have a good one. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back tomorrow morning, maybe with some improved results. I don't know what the hell we're going to trade. I got to reset some of these accounts. I don't really want to spend money on that, but we got to trade something. Thanks, Joseph. You have a good one.